Peace, family. I'm watching these RFK Jr. trials yesterday. He's in charge of Health and Human Services, appointed by Donald Trump. This man has absolutely no medical degree or education whatsoever. But Donald Trump appointed him anyway. He's a right-wing conspiracy theorist. When he was being questioned for this position, he didn't know the difference between Medicaid Part A, Medicaid Part B. When they questioned him yesterday, he still didn't know the difference between Medicaid Part A and Medicaid Part B. 8 months on the job, this man has learned nothing. Absolutely nothing. All it takes is a little bit of humility. You could call in your department heads and just be honest with them. I know you may have misgivings about me being in this position, but the fact of the matter is I am here now, and we are here to safeguard the health of the people of this country, especially the most vulnerable, children and adults, and seniors, babies and seniors. So let's do what we can do to get over this inhibition, so we can better impact these vital areas. Over 8 months' time, you learned absolutely nothing, and all the time you still pushing out these wild conspiracy theories. RFK Jr. lied so much, they wanted to swear him in before he testified, but they said no. A congresswoman from Minnesota said that RFK got on Fox News and said that the man that shot up the Catholic school did so because he was on some antidepressant drugs that gives people murder, suicide tendencies. He sat right there on the congressional floor. You're not being dishonest. I did not say that. You denied it 100%. Later on that night, watching the news, what did they do? They showed a clip of him going right on Fox News, saying that these antidepressant medications is what is pushing these mass suicides. You sat right there and lied, knowing that it's on tape. Which I don't think nobody's a bigger liar than Donald Trump, but RFK, you are right up there with him. You sit up there, you spout these conspiracy theories about the COVID vaccine. Bernie Sanders is telling you that, naming organization after organization that backs the vaccine. Now, in full disclosure, I have never taken the COVID vaccine, not one of them, me or my son. But I'm not in charge of the Health and Human Services. I'm in charge of the health of my children. And I made that call. When Bernie Sanders asked RFK, where are you getting these ideas from about how dangerous the COVID vaccine is, RFK Jr. is naming off individuals. And one of the individuals he named off was Dr. Oz, who is basically, I'm not going to say call him just a TV doctor, but he's the TV doctor. Bernie Sanders say, I'm naming you organizations that got thousands of scientists that agree. And you're naming individuals. And then when RFK talks about the research that he's doing, one of the congresswomen asked him, well, how is this research going to lower the cost of drugs for seniors? And he didn't even know that. So you telling me that you sitting up here doing research and you don't got a target audience? You don't know how it's going to impact their health, impact their costs? Nothing? You just spewing out words, hoping that nobody question you on it. And then you have Republicans and Democrats, some saying it's time for RFK Jr. to step down. He needs to resign. Well, if RFK Jr. is wholly unqualified for this position, and it is blatantly apparent, then, and he has to step down, then you have to look at the person that appointed him also. Because see, Donald Trump, it was his position to vet and appoint qualified people for this position. He did neither. As a matter of fact, Donald Trump knew RFK Jr. was a conspiracy theorist. He knew he was wholly unqualified for this position. And he told RFK, once appointed, to go wild in the Health and Human Services Department with your conspiracy theories. Go wild. So if you're saying that RFK Jr. needs to resign, then what do you say to the person that appointed him to that position in the first place? And you can say that just about to every appointee that Donald Trump has put in. He has put the health, the life, the defense of this country, of its citizens in jeopardy with each appointee that he has put on his staff. So if all his appointees are duly unqualified and they all should step down, the same thing should be said about Donald Trump Jr. I'm going to end this video here. And as always, leave your thoughts in the comments. And I'll see you in my next video. Ashe.